talking to me?
Goonies never say die!
What's in the box?
Just what do you think you're doing here?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Big Bang Cinema. My name is Isaac, the new members only Jacket Anderson.
I'm Tyler Keene.
And this is a movie show where we talk about movie news
Movie reviews.
and every single thing in between. Tyler, how you doing today?
I am here.
You are here. And you know what they say, a jacket's very effective when it doesn't have sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
That's the selling point right there.
I don't wear jackets with sleeves. I don't wear pants with legs.
I was about to say pants with sleeves.
I wear shorts.
We've come a long way as a
Leg
society.
sleeves.
Leaves, as they call them.
Leg
Which
sleeves.
most women that I've talked to know very well as the leaves. So that's a thinker. You're just going to think about that for the rest of the show. You'll get it later. But guys, speaking about people leaving, The French Dispatch is a new trailer from Wes Anderson's new film. And we're going to be talking about it right now. So, The French Dispatch, what is The French Dispatch about?
It is about
I believe that's The Hunt. So,
art.
art?
I guess it's about art. It's about Wes Anderson making another movie.
It's about Wes Anderson making another film.
Yeah.
It's all good. So I think we should at least talk about some of the cast in there, because I mean some of it's like returning people. Like I think Adrian Brody, Benicio del Toro's in it.
Bill Murray's in it.
Bill Murray's in it.
You can't say Wes Anderson without saying a Bill Murray film.
Yeah, that is pretty true. I do like the casting of this. What did you think about the trailer and everything?
It honestly looks like a Wes Anderson movie.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Unique.
oh yeah, he definitely has that kind of symmetry and everything.
It's like deadpan, but not completely deadpan. Kind of quirky without being silly.
Yeah, yeah. They are sort of silly and everything too. If you've never seen a Wes Anderson film, as you can see, it's hyper stylized. He always has these kind of like whimsical tones. It has the kind of the harpsichord. It almost feels like 60s whimsical is what I like to call his thing.
And he always does a lot of matte paintings that are really well done, and a lot of models.
It's very reminiscent of like movies from the 60s, kind of like almost like French kind of stuff, which The French Dispatch kind of makes sense.
And his framing is really unique for his filming too.
Yeah, that man loves some symmetry.
Yes, he does.
His cinematographer is fantastic, and also Timothée Chalamet is in this one. He's in pretty much everything right now. I believe Jeffrey Wright is in this one too. So just a quality cast. I believe this one's about like journalism and like back in this time with like war and everything. You can see with switching aspect ratios from like anamorphic to 4:3. We're gonna have like different tones and different changes and everything too. I'm really interested because we haven't seen a Wes Anderson film like this, like a live action film, in a while. The last one we got was Isle of Dogs, which is pretty fun.
So another a lot you can notice about Wes Anderson films that as he films, it's frame. It's like they don't move. Everybody stays within that one frame. He very rarely does he move and follow an actor.
Yeah, you're right, and he doesn't do a whole lot of cuts between each other. It's kind of like just one continuous thing. He has a very unique style, and Joey D, that's been on their show many times, knows exactly all the kinds of things that go in the Wes Anderson films more than I do. But I'm really digging it. Anytime a Wes Anderson film comes out, I'm really excited for it. But any final thoughts on this, Tyler?
Probably 95% of Rotten Tomatoes, and it'll probably be probably up for an Academy Award next year, and there's probably going to be a massive hit.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's one of my most anticipated movies of 2020. Almost said 2019. It's been a while. But yeah, just look at that cast. Quality. Quality. He's kind of like, he always has some interesting ideas and some different things. He's back to form. But speaking about back to form, Mr. Rick Moranis is back to acting. What? There you go. Sorry, we pushed the wrong button at the beginning. We put wrong, now we did right. So now for that one, we go...
You mean he fled Canada?
He fled Canada. And now he looks like somebody's dad.
Man, he always liked somebody's dad. I think he always usually played somebody's dad.
Yeah, that's why he's coming back to acting because he's going to be in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids sequel. Out of everything.
Sequel to the second one, the third one? Are they fourth one?
Well, they're going to try to make a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids universe. So in reality, there's many multiverses. Every time you shrink down, a new universe is created. Therefore, there's many branding and franchising opportunities.
Is this true, or you just make that up?
This is complete certain words. But
Yeah, this is Disney, right? This is Disney.
this is a Disney.
Disney owns the rights for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
They do, don't they? So I mean, this is going to be a kind of an interesting kind of thing. So, what do you think about this? What do you think about him coming back to acting?
It's great to see Rick Moranis again, but I'm not so happy about seeing another Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie.
Okay, well, why not?
Because we kind of played the whole shrinking out. I mean, Ant-Man did it. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids did it.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything more left to go with shrinking?
You
Avengers did it.
You got a good point. I mean, so why don't we just keep this photo up here real quick? Just kind of look at the difference between that. I mean, like, he's like a super young guy right there, and obviously he's gotten a little bit older with kind of all his things that he's got going on up there. Do you think it's going to kind of lose the novelty of this kind of thing, of like him being this old?
No, I wouldn't say it. It'll probably, I mean, because...
I
mean, he'd be like, Honey, I Shrunk the Grandkids. I don't know, man.
Honey, I Shrunk the Grandkids. I like that.
Yeah.
So I believe we got this behind the screen right here. So why don't we go ahead and look at that real fast? So I mean, yeah, I don't know. Has he lost his acting chops? Why did he leave acting, by the way?
His wife had died, and he had 2 children. He decided to quit acting for a while and raise his children.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's a totally legitimate claim. Yeah, I mean that's a big thing. It's a bit more than acting. You think he still got it?
He's probably still got it.
Okay. Okay. Well, any final thoughts on this, buddy?
I want another Strange Brew. I want another Doug McKenzie. I want to see more McKenzies.
Yeah, he is such a fun actor and such kind of like a fun personality.
Have you seen Strange Brew?
I've never seen Strange Brew. I need to see Strange Brew.
Have you heard of the McKenzies?
Of course I have.
Okay, let's make sure.
Okay, but yes. Well, speaking about McKenzie's and Strange Brew, The Hunt is being released, finally.
I heard this thing, they're talking about banning it.
Yeah, well, I think we should go over what The Hunt is, actually. Tyler, what is The Hunt?
I believe rich people pay to hunt conservative children.
Essentially, we're just conservative people.
Conservative people.
Basically, they say, the description of the movie, hold on, let me get this right, is the liberal elite hunt deplorables as they run for their life. So no political messaging whatsoever.
Not a one.
It's completely neutral.
Is this Fox Films? Is this Fox?
Yes, Fox News Films.
Fox Films.
Well, I mean, there's also things, and then we'll talk about it in a minute. But Tyler, what do you think about this?
I don't like. It's a good concept, but I don't like the whole political concept of it.
Okay, well, why not?
Because that's
I feel like this would be right up your alley, though.
It's not building bridges, dude.
Not building bridges?
You're shooting children. You're not building bridges.
They're not shooting children. They're shooting adults.
Well, they are children of famous conservatives.
Okay, well, still they're adults, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're
technically we're all children of somebody.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know what they say. You know, your life is no longer valid if you hold a certain belief. You know, that goes without saying, Tyler.
Absolutely.
So I mean, this makes total sense.
Oh man, I thought we were talking about Final Fantasy. Tell me everybody's bashing the 7th one. If you hate it, you don't have the right to live in my world.
But back to this film.
Yes.
And so the whole plot of this movie is obviously kind of like it's kind of a metaphor for some stuff that's going on politically right now, and there's kind of things in there where like somebody says they're really Puerto Rican, but they identify as white, so therefore they got away from this hunt. You know, there's also a guy that's like, you know, they're called deplorables and all that kind of thing. What do you think about that kind of? Because you don't see a whole lot of films with this perspective in Hollywood being made.
It's usually the other way around.
Usually it's the other way around. You know, obviously Hollywood is like, but without getting too political, you know, Hollywood's like, you know, a very liberal kind of place, and they make a whole lot of movies that kind of push those kind of ideals and everything. It feels kind of odd that a movie like this, with this kind of message and story in it, would come out.
Well, I mean, there's probably 2 or 3 studios I could think of that would do something like this, and Fox would have been number 1 on my list, but now Fox is on my list.
Well, this is Blumhouse, yeah.
Yeah,
Blumhouse and Searchlight. It's like Blumhouse kind of produced it, I think.
Yeah, Searchlight's Fox.
Okay, yeah, well, now it's just Searchlight.
Yeah, Searchlight. Well, now it's Disney Searchlight.
Now it's Disney. It's just Searchlight. It's like Beyonce, man.
See, I got to figure that this film was made a while back, and because of the whole Disney purchasing Fox, this movie wasn't released.
Yeah, well, there's more to it than that, which is why I wanted to talk about it mostly, is because this movie was delayed heavily. Because remember, we talked about this trailer last year. I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember last year, mister?
I don't remember what
Have
it
you
did.
been taking your medication?
I
Do
don't
you
remember what
remember
it did.
these
I
things?
don't remember what I did yesterday.
That's a good point. But we talked about the trailer last year. This film disappeared for a little bit because there were some shootings that happened in El Paso, Texas, and I believe there was
Wait,
one
what?
in Utah.
Wait,
and-
what?
Yeah. There was a shooting in a Walmart in El Paso, and there was a guy going in there, and he shot a bunch of people. And so they delayed the film because they thought it was tasteless to put that
That's
out.
the same plot.
Well, he was hunting a certain group of people, and they didn't feel like he was right. I remember like Community Watch came out like around that time, or like when Trayvon Martin died, and that they had to delay that one. It was kind of like a situation with that, and they had to change the name of it. So they basically studios run into this kind of stuff all the time. You can't help what current events happen. It's horrible that these kinds of things happen, but. They did a good thing. They pushed it back. It wouldn't have been really good if it came out that week. I don't think it would have done well that week. It would have felt a little tasteless. But I'm just interested to see how this movie is going to turn out and how the reception is going to be from people. What do you think?
It's probably going to be bashed. It's probably going to critics going to tear it apart.
Okay, well, I'm interested. Not excited, interested. Okay. Well, guys, that's going to do it for my movie news topics. Time for Big Bang Cinema Short Take.
The Oscars that apparently no one watched.
Yeah, so today's BBC Short Take is going to revolve around the Oscars 2020. We got a lot of people up here, and we have the winner himself, Mr. Bong Joon-ho, with all these Oscars and everything. Yep, there he is right there. The man, the myth, the 4-time Oscar winner. He's like the James Cameron of this year.
So what I've come to find out was this was the lowest viewed Oscars in history.
Really? That surprises me.
No one watched it.
Well, I was working at the time. There was a live stream at a theater, and I got to watch some of it up there.
There's even debates about just getting rid of the Academy Awards or just having a private ceremony.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm part of it. It's the fun, like the big festivities and everybody dancing and everything. It's like, hey, so and so is going up and giving the award to so and so. You know.
See, lately the people are using it as a political platform, and
They've always done that, though.
I mean, it's always been subtle, but now it's like aggressive. I think this year, a lot of speeches I saw, they were actually like quoting the Communist Manifesto. I'm not making this up, and I'm making a joke. They were quoting the Communist
Who
Manifesto.
did this?
Quite a many actresses. Up there.
Name one.
Actresses, actors.
Thank you for that specificness.
I think what's her name? Made one, but yeah, they were quoting it. And
You're really narrowing this down, man.
like I said, I don't even remember who won, man. Honestly, I didn't really care.
Okay, how about we pop up some pictures behind us? Naran, why don't you pop up this next photo and we'll talk about some of these Oscar winners
See it.
right now. So Miss Renee Zellweger, that face, that Oscar, that talent. So she has won Best Leading Actress in a Film for Judy, and I know neither of us saw Judy.
No. What I've heard,
We were going to,
Now, what
but
I
we
heard
didn't.
was there's actually chocolate inside of every Oscar.
All right, that was only for Mr. DiCaprio. You know that.
He only had the chocolate.
Well, what do you think about her win? We also have Taika Waititi right here, the director of Jojo Rabbit. But Renee Zellweger, what do you think about her winning? Because Scarlett Johansson was also nominated. I believe Saoirse Ronan was also nominated for Little Women. Who do you think should have won, or do you think she should have won?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't believe I saw any of those films.
Really? That's surprising. Look at her. Look at her looking at you like that. She's looking into the camera and looking back at you in a judgmental way.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot Judy exists until she won the Academy Award for it.
Shame. What did you hate
Yeah.
women?
Little one, I didn't even know that movie was even out yet.
Well, I was just saying you hate women in general, but
No.
that answers that question.
No, they
Guys,
hate
why don't
me.
we pop up to this?
They
next-
hate me
So, Mr. Taika Waititi himself won Best Adapted Screenplay
for Jojo Rabbit.
for Jojo Rabbit, and he got really emotional during the speech. What did you think about that? Him winning?
Well, as controversial as his movie was, I think it was pretty unique of his screenplay that he had.
I think Taika Waititi is one of the best talents we got out right now. I think he
Yes.
more than deserved this kind of thing, and I'm really excited to see what he does next. I would love to see, as much as I don't want to see another Star Wars movie, I think Star Wars is really good in his hands. But I like him doing his original ideas because I think that's where his home and bread and butter is. But next person, next winner. What do we got? Mr. Joaquin Phoenix himself. This was probably the most interesting thing of the night because obviously everybody kind of anticipated that he wins for Joker. And granted, he's great in Joker.
So, yeah, we got the Golden Globe for Joker.
He got the Golden Globe for Joker. He also got the Independent Film Award for Joker. And everybody knew he was great in the movie. And he won, and he spent 10 minutes talking about where milk comes from. That was kind of weird. What did you think about this win?
He got what he deserved.
Yes, he did. He got what he
he
deserved.
deserved.
There you go. Watch the movie. Read the
people,
screenplay.
And then people brought him up there to make fun of him.
That's right. Yeah, you guys are terrible people. What do you do when you throw a Joaquin Phoenix into a society that abandons him?
All I got to say is we live in a society.
We live in a
and
society.
he was abandoned in this society.
He said it.
And then for 10 minutes he got on stage to talk about milk, and everybody tried not to make fun of him for it.
Yeah, that's right. And then he wound up becoming iconic for it. So
Yes.
thank you, Joaquin. I don't drink milk because I'm allergic. So good job, buddy. I agree. Next slide. This was a shock for me. Miss Laura Dern won for Marriage Story. What did you think about? She won Best Supporting Actress.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I didn't get it all through Marriage Story.
Really?
I don't even remember her being in it.
Yeah, she's the lawyer.
Because I remember Scarlett Johansson. I remember Adam Driver. And I remember that they're like talking, and I want to, every time I dream, I want to kill you. I remember that part, but like I really don't remember Laura Dern being in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I go back and remember. I do not remember.
It's
her
a
being in it.
fantastic film. You're missing out, dude.
Yeah,
You're
I do
missing
not
out.
remember her being in that film.
Yeah, well, shocked me. I think this one should have probably went to maybe like Florence Pugh or Scarlett Johansson for Jojo Rabbit. I really like that. But good job, Laura Dern. Hopefully that gets you some more jobs. She thanked her father, Bruce. So that was very nice. Next slide, please. Mr. Roger Deakins. This was no surprise either. Yay, Andrew Small is clapping right behind the computer right there. What do you think about this?
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Well, in case you don't know who Roger Deakins is, he's a cinematographer, probably one of the best cinematographers around. And he did 1917. It looked all like one take. Bunch of challenges, gorgeous looking film. Good job, Mr. Deakins. He didn't win an Oscar for a multitude of years. He's got 2 now. It's great, good for him. Although The Lighthouse was pretty darn good because that one was cream de quoi. But Roger Deakins, you earned it, buddy. What's next?
We got
So this is, I can't pronounce this woman's name, so I'm not going to try to. She did the score for Joker. It's like it's some Swedish name. Do you know how to pronounce this name? It's like Schmiddidibabu?
I think it started at M.
Okay, we'll look it up later. I have it written down here, but I'm not even going to attempt it.
Let me try it. Let me read.
You're not going to be able to read my handwriting, buddy.
So you're someone's name that was in Swedish. I'm gonna try. I want to take this challenge. That'll probably if I can do this, if I can pronounce that right, I'm going to buy myself a
Okay.
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
All right, give me 1 second. Hold on, I got to find it. It's somewhere in here. Hold on. I think I might have crossed it out on accident.
Oh,
Okay. So we're going to try to find this, and this is going to be the climax of this thing today. Okay.
I'm going to pronounce her name.
Okay. So. No, that's not it. I have no idea what happened to it. It's in here somewhere. But yeah, I'll probably find it during the break. Anyway, she won. What do you think about this?
I did. I thought the score was pretty well done for it, but I also like the score from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That is true, but Brad Pitt won Best Supporting Actor. I guess we go to this. Good job, lady. Brad Pitt won Best Supporting Actor. What do you? Are you cool with this?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I think he did a great job.
I think he did a fantastic job in that movie. I mean, he really nailed that can of beans in that person's nose.
And I also thought Leo deserved one too.
Leo deserved one too. I'm surprised he didn't win.
I mean, I thought he was. It was too hard. Really, like probably if it wasn't for the Joker, like the whole Joaquin Phoenix, he would have got it. He would have got the award for this year.
Yeah. And do we have any more up there, Naran? Is that it? I think that's it because I don't think we're going to go do best wallpaper in a film about Europe. You know, we don't need to have those awards up here. But thank you guys so much for watching so far. We really do appreciate it. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns,
Best gaffer.
Best Gaffer. I'm surprised they don't have that one. You can leave a comment at facebook.com/studio67ncc. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks so much for watching. We're
Best
going to come right
coffee
back.
gopher.
Best coffee ever? Well,
Best coffee gopher.
Best coffee gopher? What are you even talking about? We'll be right back, guys, with Birds of Prey, the Harley Quinn.
Yes.
When it comes to culinary arts, Nash Community College is here to turn your burning passion for food into a career. Our chefs, with over 70 years of highly qualified industry experience, are here to point you in the right direction, teaching and handing down classical culinary techniques that will improve your skills and help you cut your way into the food industry. Gain invaluable experience, vital to cooking and preparing delicious food, served in a personal and creative environment. To learn more about the Culinary Arts program, visit nashcc.edu.
Hey guys, welcome back to Big Bang Cinema. My name is Isaac. Workers in the World Unite Anderson.
I am Tyler, better dead than Red Keene.
And time to talk about our movie review this week, which is, Tyler, what are we talking about?
We're talking about two films, Harley Quinn or Birds of Prey.
This is Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, which is a sucky name.
Or like, as of yesterday, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
Absolutely. They've changed the name.
Birds of Prey.
They have changed the name because no one's watching this movie.
It's funny because they actually they actually put something in there that people know, and people will go see the movie.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy, but the movie still is in the movie.
So people that heard Birds of Prey and they're thinking about eagles, hawks, and raptors.
I already saw that Hitchcock film.
Yes, I've seen it. I don't want to watch more Birds of Prey.
Tyler,
or Birds in Church.
Birds in Church?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, Birds of Prey. In Church.
Okay. Birds of Action. That's a John Woo film.
Birds.
All right, Tyler, what do you think about this film?
Okay, where do we start? There was some issues I had for it. I really don't think they should have pushed that R rating on it.
That's a whole thing. We'll talk about that in a second.
They really shouldn't have done that. And they put material in here that felt out of place to push to an R rating, which to me felt unnecessary. I mean, it's a good way having an R, like Deadpool. Deadpool needed to be rated R. I mean, you need that, but this felt like this was a PG-13 that they reshot to make it a rated R film. Yeah,
I mean, easily you could have made this a PG-13 film.
And it probably would have made a lot more as a PG-13 film.
Yeah, well, I mean, still, nobody's going to go see this movie. Yeah. But...
Oh, fun fact, she's from Rocky Mount.
Oh, yeah, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I believe.
Yeah.
I thought this movie was adequate. I didn't think this movie was great. I didn't think it sucked. But... It
was an improvement over the what was the one? The Suicide Squad, yes.
This is more like a more focused Suicide Squad, I think. Structurally, narratively, and character-wise, I think. But that's like I always say, it's like saying, well, it's not the worst case of strep throat I've ever had. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to pick positives in something that's a negative. You know what I mean? And DC is just so tired right now. I think DC is trying to recover from that horrible car crash that was the Snyderverse. And they're trying really hard. And they're also trying to recover from Mr. Jared Leto himself being in these movies. And in case you don't know, Jared Leto played the Joker, and they act like this man never existed.
See, they have an issue now, because Joaquin Phoenix is not going to join no shared universe.
He'd also be like an old man.
He would be an old man in this, so they've got a big dilemma, because everybody knows him as Joker now. Which, fun fact about the Joker is the first media character for two actors to receive an Academy Award portraying the character.
Yeah, and I'm sure Leto thought he was going to win that Oscar too. But good guy, man. Keep trying to get to Mars. Just keep trying.
I think everyone who's portrayed the Joker in the film outside of Cesar Romero has an Academy Award.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Jared Leto has an Academy Award too.
Yeah, he has an Academy Award.
So yeah, but not for Joker.
No, absolutely not for Joker.
Absolutely. No. That's
they're
right there.
Taking it back after Joker because that movie sucked.
Wouldn't that have been something that's like, hey, yo, you don't deserve this. We were wrong.
If they could rescind Academy Awards, they'd be like...
It's like a 3-year probational period, and like, yo, if you do, like, Fast and Furious 9, you might lose this.
Or like Eddie Redmayne, they're like, here's your Academy Award for Theory of Everything. He gives a speech to walk away. We're taking it back for Jupiter Ascending. Same year, too. He did the worst performance of the year and the best performance.
That's right. He won a Razzie and an Oscar in the same year.
In the same
but anyway,
year.
Birds of Prey. Back to it.
Oh okay. Gosh, I don't get back to that.
Okay. Well, what did you think of Harley Quinn in this movie?
Okay, Harley Quinn is great. Harley Quinn is Harley Quinn. A little too much. One of the best parts about Harley Quinn is Harley Quinn is a little bit of a mystery, and I felt like
not anymore. I understand her character very well.
Well, I mean, she's still a mystery. Like, where's she been? What has she done? What does she do in her spare time? And that was the best part about her. Like, all we know is she walks around and does crazy stuff. And I just felt like, the more light you shine on this character, the more mystery you lose.
Well, I mean, like they established in the movie, I mean, you learn a lot about her character. I mean, you learn that, like, she is a very smart PhD scholar who's been in a few relationships, never worked, and kind of fell in love with the Joker, fell in a vat of, like, white goo and became who she is now, and then they broke up, and now she's just kind of crazy, but she's really smart. It's kind of interesting. Her performance is great in the movie, although it was, I will say this, I wrote this down in my notes. Pretty much any male character in this movie either wants to...
Oh, they're bad. They're horrible. They're mean people.
Either wants to kill you, assault you, or take your promotion away.
She voted for Bernie Sanders.
That's the whole thing. I don't want to dwell on that, but that is the whole thing.
That's one of the reasons why she's in trouble. She voted for Bernie. I kid you not.
That actually legitimately is.
And he wanted to murder her because she voted for Bernie Sanders.
Well, in case you don't know, Ian McGregor plays the villain in this movie. He plays an eccentric club owner. I forgot what his name was. It's like Stevie.
Black Mask.
Yeah, well, I don't know. His actual name's like Steve or something like that, right? It's like Stevie.
Black Mask.
I can hear her saying the name, but he is Black Mask.
His name's Italian.
His name's Italian. Well, Stevie. I don't know. We're gonna cut that one out live. But that's like a little point in the movie. It's like he hates everything that I stand for, and it's like voted for Bernie. It was like up there on the screen. I'm just like, why you gotta throw that in there? I'm like, I get it. You know what I mean?
See, and they had another issue about the whole LGBT part of that film. It's like you know what I'm talking about?
Where are you going with this, buddy?
Because it was like they wants to kill her because she's a woman.
Yeah, well, I mean, every man wants to kill every woman in this movie because they're a woman.
And then they threw the LGBT characters. The good ones were the women, and the bad ones were the men.
Yeah, that was a little weird. It's implied that this is a slight spoiler for Birds of Prey. We're almost done talking about this. It's implied that Ewan McGregor is a little gay, but I mean, he's treated as like that's like his downfall. Like, and it feels kind of like a weird kind of dichotomy kind of thing. Like that whole attitude of that in men is bad to be eccentric, but like it's not for a woman. Like, it was real confusing what it was trying to say.
It had no story.
I got it, girl power. I get it, but
it had no overreaching lesson.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a basic film. I liked a lot of the things that it tried to do. I liked some of the action-y bits. I was kind of bored throughout the whole thing. I'm not going to remember this film. It's inconsequential. It doesn't really mean a whole lot. They tried to make something before Suicide Squad 2, and it didn't really work. I'm giving this movie a 5 out of 10. It's adequate.
6 out of 10 for me.
Okay, you liked it a little more than I did then.
Yeah, I like Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah, Huntress was really cool in this movie, even though this movie is Harley Quinn and 5 other actresses. But guys, what do you think of Birds of Prey? Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
Do you feel like that? Oh, and fun. But before we say anything, but it's over. This movie has flopped. It is not doing well.
Only made $33 million, right?
$33 million on like a $100 million budget.
That's terrible.
And they're really debating about. I kid you not, there have actually been debates about just ending the DC, and they're only going to focus on really big hit characters like Shazam or
like
Batman, like the back to the. They're not going to focus on small B characters.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. Where do you think this thing's going to lie? You can leave a comment at facebook.com/Studio67ATC. Love to hear what you guys have to say. But guys, next week we're going to view the ever-awaited Sonic the Hedgehog, which they redid the effects for in post.
It's not going to be as good as the original.
As the 1990s like Sonic game?
No, the one they made last year.
Okay.
So they had to go back.
The trailer.
Yeah, they had to go back and remake. The whole film's done. They had to go back and remake it.
Yeah, I know that. I'm sure they are itching for this thing.
They need to have both on a Blu-ray release.
Okay, that would be good. The Sonic Special Edition. But guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Isaac. This jacket's getting really hot. Anderson.
I'm Tyler.
Stay lovely. Have a good weekend.
Dude, Sonic the Terror version. Let's see. Horrible.